to work on them. Just try and get the camera in a reasonable position there. So I've got these platforms. They are quite long. They've already been done. These are a Nightwing kit. They've been glued together. And I've actually done a video previously on the main channel for doing the brick effect. So I've done the brick and I've washed over where the masonry, like cement, all that kind of thing would be. And hello everyone. It seems like the internet has only just caught up. So just in case none of that came through, hopefully we'll get an Airfix kit done today. What it is I've got quite a few things that on the N-gauge model railway that need to be finished off in places. One is the station area, and there's a few places, but I want to focus on the station area today. If I can get those bits done, then we'll move on to finishing off the Nissan hut, and I'll show you how I'm going to do the glazing and things and where I've got the bits from for that. And then we might move on to one of the Airfix kits. But here is this Gauge Master platform, which I did a while ago. This is one of the platforms anyway, and it's been glued together, been painted up with the masonry technique that I use, which I've done a video for on the main channel. I think it's on how to build the platforms. And let's have a look. Yes, and then I masked off. I've done curbstones along the edge for the platform, but then I've done the main platform as well, which if I bring that along, you can see that's all been done as well. That one needs to be worked on. For the time being, they've just literally been sat on the layout. But what I need to do is all the fencing. The buildings are already constructed, although there's glazing needs to be done, which you don't get with the kit, but there is glazing to be done on that. I've got some ideas as well, and then I'll have to put lighting in and so on. So the first thing I need to do today is have a look at this fencing, because I've never used it before. And these will need to be cut to the size required, because if I bring that there and then show you where that would go, you can see it's significantly longer than the platform edge. So that angle and so on. Got gates. I have marked out in pencil here where the actual building on this one goes, which is this, I think. This building here, which just slots in to that location there. So I need to bring up the fencing at both sides and then obviously cut it off as well at the ends. So that is the first job. So I think we'll just get these end pieces here cut out of the sprues. I actually started these platforms, I'm trying to think now, rather scarily. These platforms were started, it would have been around about the summer, late summer, let's say, of 2023. And then obviously because of all of the medical issues in the household, everything got put on hold. And as a result, work on the N-gauge layout came to a standstill. And then last year I didn't put some videos out on the actual N-gauge build, which the idea had been to, because I had been videoing it, but not actually doing it in my normal manner. And the idea was to revisit the raw footage and try to make the videos in episodes, which I did a couple of. I still could, but I think at the moment what I'm going to do soon is actually just run a update exactly where that N gauge layout currently is in its progress. But in the meantime, obviously these things all need to be sorted out. The layout in itself, it runs. It is actually very near completion. And I know people turn around and say, well, model railways never finished. Well, it's not strictly true in my case. I knew what I wanted to do, and I did that. But what I do need to do is finish it, basically. It needs to be finished completely. There's a little bit of scenics to do. The back scenes have got to go up, and point motors fitted, and so on. Have a look at this image here, because I know which way I would put this fence in. And that would be that way. Yes. So all I'm doing here is I'm just going to try and make, obviously because I painted the tops of the platforms in what I believe was Humbrol Sea Grey. So in certain light, it's very hard to actually see where the top of that platform is. And I think to keep this in position, I use some clips. There we go. And that'll stop it from falling over. I'm hoping the angle's going to be right as well. So it could be a mile out with that. I have to do a little bit of modification just to get it the way I want it. So I think even sticking it's going to be quite an interesting task. Yes, I think we're going to have to make this work the way I want it to work. So that's a good part of building models, learning the kit bash. And that way, yeah. So I'm going to take all of them bottom bits off on this angle, because I suspect this will probably be the hardest bit, these angles here. Okie dokie. Now, I'm not going to paint these. They're already white. They're in a good look. I might put some weathering on them when these are finished off, but I don't feel the need to do anything at the moment. So let's see if we can get them to at least adhere to the platform where I want them. Because that in itself could be a challenge. Now, searching around to see if I've got any of my clamps. Yes, there we go. So, as I have said in the description for these lives are a little bit more raw. There's none of this editing business, and it's more, this is what happens as it happens. Oh well, I think we might have to do this by hand. There we go. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. That did actually glue on a lot easier than I thought it would. But because the angle is slightly out on this, I'm going to have to do some modification work to the ends. It's going to look like that. Wonderful. So I'll give you a little bit of information on the N gauge layout. The N gauge layout is basically based as a retired rural line, which has been under preservation, has varying rolling stock, but is still used by both commuters and visitors. So possibly a goal of the Preservation Society is to maintain a service still for the local community. So that way it gives me the option to run quite a varied type and amount of traffic on the layout. So it's something I've been working on for a fair while now. A fair while. And it would be nice if I could get that finished. Then we can start having some live running sessions. So I purchased the fencing here and the platforms from Durham Trains of Stanley. That seems to have taken quite well on the platform, but I need to do the other side before trimming it, and I've got to put some extra bits in to fit with the building as well. So we'll move along to this side now and see if we can get this to work as successfully as the last one. So these are the ratio fences anyway, if you hadn't seen when I was unpacking them. And I think I'm going to give them my thumbs up because they appear to be working and gluing very well and very quickly. Working just fine. Quite a time consuming, well, it's not time consuming, it's just a little fiddly. It's not like when we're making the Airfix kits, which I think we will get the time to visit today, because I think this is going to go a lot better than I was anticipating. like the other side, I'm going to have to modify the angle. I very nearly made a very big mistake on camera. So let's have a off-shot angle. Let's see. There. A bit finer, I'm thinking. Try that. Or was that just too much? No, I think that's going to work. Brilliant. Put a little bit of glue there. Just bond these two pieces for a bit of extra stability. I'm thinking that's going to work. It might be a little bent over too much. I'm not too sure yet. It's hard to tell how that's going to work out. I don't want to be gluing this to the mat, but that is starting to look a lot better with a bit of fence in there. Not a bad kit. Seems to be doing the job. And we can see here that the fencing needs to go along. And I need to put the building in place as well. I'm reluctant to put the building in place quite yet because of the glazing. But I suppose, yeah, we can make something from nothing. So this is actually some of the glazing sheets from a Metcalf kit, which I picked up out of a scrap box. And for whatever reason, whoever had it opened it and never used the kit. And it's actually going to work out great for me because it gives me the opportunity just to put a little bit of glazing in there. I was going to use some just over 7. I was going to put some tracing paper in just to diffuse the windows, but this part of the station platform won't actually be seen by the naked eye. However, it might be caught in video, I suppose. So I need to just move those over there. And I'll put this glazing in. Like I say, this wasn't supplied with the kits, but I managed to pick it up off a scrap Metcalf kit that somebody decided to discard, which means it'll work for me. Brilliant. I'm going to bead along the edge, bit on there, bit on there. And while that's drying, I need to look at straightening off the edges of this platform fencing. I'm going to be careful to try and save as much of these offcuts as I can. You can see there, that's looking a lot better, isn't it? And the reason for that is because I might need to join multiple pieces together to get the finish I require. So I think I'll put that to one side, and what we have got is some extra straights. I bought some more of that. There's another kit for the other platform, but I bought extra parts knowing I would probably most likely need them. As I said before, I've actually marked with a little pencil line there roughly where I want the fencing to stop. I'll do one side, then I'll fit the building on, and then I'll know exactly. I'll be able to get a good idea. So I'm going to say there. Oh, that's looking good. I really like this fencing from Ratio. It seems to be very easy to work with. Very easy. That is, yeah. I approve of this product. I think is the only way of putting it. I approve of this product. Really, really, really easy to work with. While that's drying up, we'll get the next section ready. So I think in the next day or two, we'll get an update video of the N-gauge layout out, and then everyone can see the progress there. That should fit spot on, hopefully, with no issues. Ooh, that was a bit violent of a drop. Anyway, just going to bring that over. Excuse me. That is working really well. Most impressed. Just help me bond that join, and I will do the same with all the other joins as well. Make sure we got a good strong join. Obviously, it's going to be quite delicate. I am thinking about putting gateways at the ends of the platform. Stop potential passengers from wandering onto the line side. And we do receive gates. So this could be a good opportunity. To place a gate. I'm actually really happy with how that has turned out. That does look good. Really happy. We all see that? So I don't know whether to go to the ends of the platform at the bottom or whether it's just to do it at the tops there. Choices. Whatever I do, I have to stick with. I think we'll just go for it at the end. It can be different on the other platform if we want, but on this one, let's just do it this way. Trim this off. Once it's actually glued solid. On the other side, what should we do here? Potentially the same. Could possibly go for that. Yeah. So this is slightly off camera, and it is hard work balancing all of that. So in order to make up that area at the end there with the offcuts of fencing, I've actually used one of the gates, which probably won't be out of place, to be honest, because over this side, I think there's the stables is over here. So I don't think it would be completely unheard of to have a gate there of some description. Plus line side workers and so on. So let's try and get this last bit of fencing on. put that in place. Now you can see a little bit of a kink there. I've actually kept that. It was a mistake, but I've kept it because that is where the gate is. So it does give the impression of the gate not quite being shut. Get them to dry off, and the other one, and then I can trim them, and we can go to fitting the little platform building in place. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to haze up some of that glazing just by putting some of the poly cement on top of that glazing so that it'll mist it up. Or the liquid poly anyway. That way it'll mist it up a bit. I've just realised there's another window at the side and I forgot all about that one. So let's get another piece cut. There we go. Wow, we've still got the opportunity. Yeah, got that glazing in now. Let that settle. Hazing it up a little bit, like I say, using the poly cement because it'll have a reaction with it's not beautifully glued, that. Yeah, the poly cement will have a reaction with that acetate, which should mist it up a little bit because I can't find where I've put the tracing paper. But that's definitely looking better now as a platform once we get that building in, which will then fit perfectly. I don't know how well this is going to work to show, but there we go. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Anyway, while that's drying for the moment, even though we've got another platform to do, another one of the ratio, I don't know, no, it wasn't ratio, it was one of the Gauge Master kits, was this footbridge, and it was the only footbridge I could find that would fit and sort of work on what I wanted to do. I'm a little lost, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little lost as to how I want to make this bridge appear, because at the moment it looks really drab. It doesn't really do anything for me. I might have to order some other paints just for this. I get the impression that I don't know, like a cream with green lining, because I think the green will be just too heavy on it otherwise on its own. But I'm really not sure. You can see here, really not sure how I want to approach this. It needs to be weathered a bit, definitely. Let's have a look at this fence and see if I can trim those edges now. So what I want to do is take it to there, so that we're clear of the curbstone area. Same on this side. You can see there, clear of the curbstone area. So that way we know we're not going to have any incidents with locomotives and things moving over and crashing in or anything like that. Now, against what a lot of people have said, I am going to actually bond this to this. Yes, I am going to fit lighting, but that isn't a problem because I can just drill straight through the bottom there, and it'll just drop in. But that is actually a really nice fit. So I want to make sure it stays like that and we don't end up with things like damaged fencing as a result of taking it in and out all the time. I also run a little bit of glue up the fencing and the building, and use that as a bit of a support as well. And this could be one of the platforms pretty much done. I've got some station name signs that have got to go on, and there'll be some lamps and some benches as well. And I can't remember whether I bought the benches yet or not. It's been so long since I bought the parts that I can't remember exactly what I did buy now. That it does make you wonder from time to time. There we go. And I might put a little bit of weathering on the platform once it's all completely finished. I'm happy with the fact that I haven't done any painting to the fence, and the fencing looks right, but I may put like a smoke wash on or something like that. I've got a lot of washes here, even a sandy wash. Let's have a look through. There's a rusty wash, a sand wash, or even a dust wash. I use all the my go-to is the Humbrol paints, weathering powders, washes, their glues, their thinners. Everything of theirs seems just to work with me. I'm not saying they're the best. What I'm saying is they work well with me. I like the results I get. I certainly like the results I'm getting from this. And then after this, we move on to the much larger platform, which has definitely got a lot more to be done with it, because the building is somewhat rather substantial in comparison. As you can see, there's a lot more going on with this building, and then obviously there's a lot more going on inside. So I think while I wait for that platform there just to finish drying, I might cut some of that glazing to go in here. That is, if I've got enough. There seems to be an awful lot. In actual fact, I've just realised that the packaging for that fencing could be used as well. So I might actually just use that. And there's a nice, good way of recycling some of the items here, doing my bit for the environment, I suppose. Although all of this is plastic, so it's not particularly great. Right. I am really happy with that platform. It's looking the way I imagined it or pictured it when I was designing the layout. It is actually looking as I hoped. There we go. So my recycling technique with the packaging for my windows. If we need some more, I can come back to that. And some damaged areas, which I think I'll get rid of. Brilliant. Let's have a look at this building and I can see what I'm going to need. Trim a little bit more off that one. So I'm just doing this by eye, to be honest. I'm not sitting there with a tape measure or anything. That's brilliant. That is going to work. We can get this one bonded in. I think I need to order some more liquid poly as well while I'm at it. Drop that glazing in there. Brilliant. And then I'll haze it up a bit with glue once that part's dry. Let's have a look. Wonderful. Because I'm not bothered about the window getting hazed up, because I want it to diffuse it a bit, I can just apply that straight to the plastic. And I'll just use my scalpel there to position it where I want it. So it's definitely working out a lot quicker. Just recycling these pieces. Might just have to put that on there for a little bit to hold it in place. Wonderful. There are quite a number of buildings on this layout. Not a huge amount, but there are quite a number of buildings. So there are there's going to be plenty of opportunity to need to glaze bits and pieces. And now that I have this plastic acetate, I can, or packaging rather, from the fencing, I know I'm going to be able to do it. So I'm going to mist it over a little bit with the glue. Now those windows are done, we just need to do this one here. And these, do the side ones first. Wonderful. So that's going to fit in. Yep. Brilliant. Certainly going better than I thought it would. I've just got these areas here now to do. Let's have a look at this station platform. There we go. For some reason, the way the camera is, it makes it look bent, but it's not. That's looking great. I'm happy with that one. Get this glazing here done, and then we'll be able to move on to the other platform. So like I said before, I actually want them a bit misted up with the glue. So if anyone's wondering why I'm doing this the way I am, there's the reasoning. To diffuse it a bit. Great. So, oh, and we lost that one. There we go. So I'm not all about just making airfix kits. There are model railways to be built. And I really want this N gauge one finished, because it has been a long-standing project for a while now. And I do believe we may have just had the exact amount of plastic there to do these windows with what I cut up, which is quite an achievement. Hey! Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I also like this station. This kit is really nice, and I enjoyed making it. It's a kit of many parts, or many buildings, let's say. So let's have a look. This, for the time being, until we do the platform, names and signs. There we go. It's not looking bad at all. Till we do the seating, lights, and so on, we can put that to one side. That is done for the time being. You can just see the glazing twinkling there that I put in. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. So we can get that out way to one side for the time being now. That one's done. Now I need the big platform. And it is a lot larger. A lot larger. What I might have to do here, might have to go down the road of actually drilling the holes in now where certain structures are going to be placed, so that we know that we can fit the lighting in there. And yes, So, bear with, I am going to get the drill. Could use a soldering iron, but I don't want to wreck the tip. Here we go, back with the drill. I could have used a hobby cutter, I suppose, a multi-tool, but I will mute when I do this so that we don't deafen everybody. But the trusty Ryobi is here to do the job. Now, I need to establish it's definitely where it needs to be. Or at least within a few small parameters anyway. I'm not making any significant marks, I'm just making sure I can see exactly where things are going to be. So, one here, and one here, because this has two areas. So, one there. Yep. And one about here. Okie dokie. I am going to mute you very briefly so that you don't have to hear the drill. Actually, no, I'll mute you so you don't have to hear the drill. And unmuted. I didn't want to deafen you all with that drilling because it would have sounded horrendous on the live stream. But I've got the holes in place for the LED lighting to go in when it's time. Right, in the meantime, though, I need to effectively place this where this needs to be. And then I need to go down the road of putting the fencing in. This is going to be interesting. Let's get the fencing out there. We've got plenty of gates, haven't we? And bits and pieces. So if you're curious, it's the ratio engaged fencing kits that I'm using. I keep staring at the other platform in shelter. I think that's worked out. I think that's came out very, very well. Yep, I am happy with that one. This, however, I think I'm going to need to glue it now. So I've put the holes in, and now I know exactly where the LEDs are going to go in. So that saves me a lot of aggravation later on. So when I come to fit this, it's going to be very tacky straight away. I'm just running the liquid poly along. Normally I would never glue these things together, but for what I am doing, I know it's going to be beneficial. So I only really get one go at this. Let's go for it. And I think I'm going to have to put something on here just to try and weigh it in place. We've got any more? Yes, we have. We've got plenty of these Humbrol bottles. Balancing them, though, is going to be interesting. There we go. So we got that in place. Well, I hope this is correct because it ain't moving now. It ain't moving again. Just going to run a bead along the edge there. And along there. Well, I just need to let that take. If I can move this a little bit, I might be able to actually glue those uprights there. So if you're wondering why the bottles are there, I'm just applying weight to the station building onto the platform. And while I'm waiting for that to go off, I think I'll start getting the platform fencing ready. So hopefully this fencing will work as well as it did on the other platform, seeing as that was the first time I'd used it. Pleasantly surprised with the outcome, as I'd never used it before. So where are we stuck on this one? There we go. But after using on the other platform, I recommend it. Although knowing my luck, I don't know if anyone else has luck like this, it will not go as easy this time. Hopefully it will. Really good stuff. And we're going to need some fences this time, because there are areas within it, not just at the end of the platforms, but on the platforms, which I think may require some gates. Will happily get recycled on some of the buildings on the layout. And to be fair, even the fencing itself could be used and recycled in relation to other buildings. I don't think this fencing is just limited to the railway station. I'll be totally honest, all I can smell in here at the moment is liquid poly. It's becoming not overpowering. It's getting there, but now I'm going to start doing on some of the other projects, like the wagons we were doing last week for the Longmoor layout, which is a 00 176. I'm going to start doing my own water slide transfers, so I've been practicing on the computer, and we're going to start doing that. Probably not this week, probably next week. Because there's so much that could be done. And there's so many things I've put off. Oh, that's good. That is glued now. So this is the back. You see the entrance area. Station master's house at the end. And then we can have a look at the platform side. So we've got the station master's house there. Booking hall, waiting rooms. I'd say luggage areas. And the entrance hall as you come in. Really good kit. Really, really good kit. I enjoyed making that one when I was doing it. And used all the same techniques I've used on other videos on the main channel for doing the brickwork and showing the mortar and things like that, and weathering it in places. So I think that one has actually come out really quite well. So, like the last time, I need to get that in line. So I think I'll do is I want to cut it a little bit long. I think that will work. So, poly cement again. Yep, definitely going to have to buy some more of this. I think a trip, rather than ordering it online, I think a trip to Mick at Durham Trains is on the cards. And I can say hello to everyone and get what I need at the same time. Just need to elevate that end a bit. Now, the station master's house here, and I don't believe that he would want the general public wandering past his window all the time. So I have the distinct feeling there might be a gate here with another bit of fencing. So that's the sort of plan of action I'm going to take with this one. So I'll run that one to about there. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. that appears to be working. Just give you a little look. You can see how that bit's coming together now. But I definitely think we need a gateway there, which is to keep the general public at bay. From the station master's area. I think that one. Put that one there. Yeah. Run a bead up that. Should be able to fit that in place. In fact, I might even just have it slightly open. I don't know. Yeah, slightly open. Let's take that last one off the end there. Oh, yes. As Churchill would say. Oh, yes. There we go. Yes, definitely a Churchill moment. Churchill the dog, that is. We're going to go with a... Oh, yes. Defo. Loving the look of that. Oh, I've got enough fencing to do what I need to do here. I'll have to pick some more up at the shop when I'm getting the glue. There is going to be some other fencing around the sides here, but the main part is getting the platform parts dealt with. Gotta love a bit of platform fencing. And like I said, I've never used this product before, and I think I will again in the future. Absolutely brilliant. Excellent product. It's the ratio fencing. There we go. Sometimes you just need to tap. Use something less clumsy as your fingers. Now we're definitely going to need another gate in that area. I know that much. But I intend to play around with the fencing a little bit here. And not have it quite as uniform. Quality products. That seems to be working. Now, what I was thinking this time was to bring the fence out. Yeah, I think that might be the case this time. Bring the fence rather than just having it straight. And then we can put a gate in. getting there. Slightly wider gate on this one, I think. Mainly, so I think this would be more of a luggage area. We're going to have this one open ever so slightly as well, so that people can actually see what it is. And that works perfectly. But can I place it without ruining it? I'll use a pair of pliers, I think. Let's see. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Now, similar to the other platform, however, I do want to make sure the area is fenced off, preventing people from trespass on the line. Obviously, I need to trim these off here, like I did with the other platform. But for the time being, I just want to get that sitting upright. In fact, so I can do the other side. There we go. I'll start work on the other side. I've done a number of things so far today that I did not expect to be getting done. Didn't expect to be glazing, I know that much. And recycling packaging that way. I certainly didn't think that this job was going to go as easy as I thought it was. Oh, I didn't expect it to go as easy as it has, should I say. Get to a level. I think we can get away with that. Now we just need to apply a little bit of pressure there. This is looking good. This is looking good. Really happy with the other platform as well and the progress on there. Loving the gates. Now this fence in here, this may well still get used, but not today, I don't think, because I need to establish exactly where on the layout I need to have fencing around this packages area and then over by the station master's house to make sure. But at the moment, platform wise, once these have set and I can trim the edges, they're pretty much good to go. I'm really liking the gates. I think that's worked out well. Did not expect to be getting that much done today. Looking at these fences now, I want to buy advertising things like Bisto and all those sort of signs to go along that fence to give it that a look on a preserved line. I think it would look absolutely brilliant like that. Need to look into some platform lights as well. Seating. Little touches. All of these things, they add up. I've got my daughter sending me messages during a live stream. Why, oh why? Why, oh why? Let's see if this is dried to a state at which maybe true. No. Not 100% convinced right yet. Just run a bead of the glue along there. I want that to settle before I cut it. So I could be tempted with, say, some fence along there and then down the side as well. So it's sort of like a semi-secure area, if you know what I mean. Not 100% sure, because I have got stone wall and things like that. So I don't want to rush at those things, knowing that I have got other options. I'm just going to move the offcuts of the fencing, which I certainly approve of. That fencing, wonderful stuff. That's the ratio N gauge fencing. And the messages keep on coming. So I'm just going to let that settle a little bit, this one here, just for a moment. Then I can move that platform and I can move on to, I think, the Nissan huts. I just want to put the glazing doorway in there, and you'll see how I'm going to achieve that using spares from other kits. Right. My daughter's finished sending messages. Let's have a look. Let's see where we are. So you can see there that's an open gate, similar to this end. Bring it up. Let's have a look at one end. I need to turn it around, don't I? You silly man. So start at one end. See the fencing for the platform. I'll turn it over. You can see it from the other side. It's got to be worth a thumbs up, that. It's got to be worth a thumbs up. Hasn't it? Got to be worth a thumbs up. So, yes, I need to let those ends dry fully before I cut them. So let's get onto the Nissan hut. So in the last live stream, I painted the Nissan hut, which is actually a Pringles tube, And we're going to make some of these this week. We are going to make some of these because it has worked out rather well, and that way I can share with you how I've done it. Now, for the glazing, as I said before earlier in the stream, I picked up out of the scrap box somebody's unfinished, let's say unloved Metcalf kit, and in amongst that was glazing sheets. So I think you can see where this is going. Very simple, very easy. Let's just use some of those glazing sheets. Simple enough. I'm thinking we'll try and use these ones. Yeah, I'll try and use these ones. So if I can recycle bits, I like a bit of kit bashing. If I can recycle bits, I always will. There's no point in wasting stuff, making your job, like your project, harder when it could effectively be very easy indeed to get certain things finished with no special techniques at all. The only reason I said I would use these instead of some of the recycled plastic from the earlier on is because these have got the frames in them, and I think that is going to be a nice touch for these Nissan huts, because it certainly was with the other one, the let's just say prototype, for when I was doing this. Now I need to try and establish what glue should I use this time. I think I've got some rocket card glue somewhere. Rocket card glue, and it does sound like that's getting a bit low as well. Okay, so turn this around so easier access. So this stuff, I find it to be very good. Doesn't affect glazing. I am, however, going to have to guesstimate here, because I can't really see. There we go. Can't really see where the glazing is. All I'm going to say is I am glad that this glue just disappears, because I've managed to get quite a bit on that piece there. So let's go for the next one now, I think. Let's see if we can straighten these up to look any better. It's not too bad, I don't think. Now you might be asking, what about the doorway? Well, also within those Metcalfe kits are doors. I'm not entirely sure how well this will work, or whether or not it'll look right or not, but I'm going to give it a go. If not, I will have to make something else. Let's have a look. Not convinced. Let's have a look. Let's see what else we've got. Now, potentially, they could work. Let's have a look. Definitely. Do we go for grey? Red? It's browny colour. I think that might be a little too short though. Might just be a little too short. Let's try. Far too short, I think. Yeah, far too short, which is a shame because it was a good look. But I think we could be down to these ones here. This is why I keep a hold of all the spares. And I must have had these for a good couple of years now. And there's always the green one as well. We're gonna have a look. I'm gonna see what fits better. Obviously, I can make something else. But it would be nice if one of these just happened to work perfectly. I don't think the red would be a good idea there. So let's have a look. We have got a green door. We have got a red door, but I'm not too keen on that one. Also got... Actually, that one isn't too bad. If I'm completely honest, that one isn't too bad. I think I might just get away with it. Yeah, do you know what? I'm actually going to go for that one. I think obviously the glue's got to go off yet, but wait for the glue to go off, and it could be looking the part. Yep, I can live with that one. So using some recycled parts there to finish that model off. I think we'll make some more of them in future lives. There's a couple other things I wanted to try and finish off before starting anything else. So we've done that. We have got the station fencing all done now. I need to trim that one, and obviously the other station is done. So let's get this on the platform. There we go. Let's trim that off, and then you can see I've made it so that it ends at the curbstone. I think I need to drop some more glue onto that one. Doesn't look 100% happy. Liquid poly. So, although I trimmed it, I think it just needs a little bit more persuasion to stay exactly where I want it. And that could be by just using this. Let's get it to the glass. There we go. I'm absolutely loving that. Love that fencing. Right. That platform's done. And this platform's done with the fencing now. But that's for the end gauge layout. So hopefully we can get that finished off. It's all stuck down. There we go. As you can see, the rocket card glue has dried off without marking anything. Pringles tube. Not bad. So we'll make some more of them in some episodes. It is now 11:45 and I tend to shut down by 12 o'clock. So I think I don't really want to start anything else now that can't be finished. So we'll be back tomorrow, another live. Thank you for joining me. Been a lot of fun. I've getting a lot of work done, and I shall see you again in the next live. Join us 9:30 onwards. Thank you. Bye now.